getting a little bit late. Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome. It's time to call this meeting of the San Felipe Del Rio CISD Board of Trustees to order. Mr. Secretary, would you call roll for us?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mesa. Mrs. Luna Chavez.
Out here.
Mr. Albaraz.
Here.
Mr. Overfelt.
Present.
Mr. Mesa.
Here.
Mrs. Webb.
Present.
Ms. Haynes. I am present, sir. You have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Let the records show that we do have a quorum of board members and that this meeting was duly called in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code, Chapter 551. At this time, we'll have opening ceremonies. We're going to have a moment of silence. We had a lot of school employees that worked for a long period of time with our school district that recently passed away since our last month meeting. And so we're going to have a moment of silence for that, also for personal reflection, and then followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Would everyone please stand?
Will you read the moment of silence?
Yes. We're having a moment of silence for Mr. Jesse Guzman, Mr. Danny Chavira Jr., Mr. David Torres, Maxine Mills, Concepcion Rivera, Mr. Rogelio Fuentes, and Leticia Cuellar. May they rest in peace. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you once again. We usually hold our meetings on Monday. Because of the inclement weather, we changed that to a Tuesday today, Tuesday, January 27, 2026. And again, I welcome each and every one of you. We're going to follow the agenda that we have. First item we have is recognitions. School Board Recognition Month. Recognition of the San Felipe Del Rio CISD Board of Trustees. Sandra Hernandez.
Good evening, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, and members of the board. Happy School Board Appreciation Month. We welcome our families, our children, our administrators who are happy to celebrate you and your work this month. Each January, we honor the dedicated individuals who tirelessly serve their communities as volunteers. School board members. School boards oversee the operation of local public schools and work to ensure that students are getting a high-quality education. School Board Recognition Month is an opportunity to show our trustees how much we appreciate their work, their leadership, and commitment to improving our schools. This year, the theme is Our Future is Public. I'd like to read the proclamation from the Office of the Governor Abbott. He says, throughout our history, each generation has been called to strengthen our foundation and prepare the way for those who follow. This spirit is reflected most clearly in the education of our children, for it is through a quality education that we place students on the path up to lifelong excellence and achievement. Providing a strong education is the work of many, and school boards are essential to this effort. These local leaders devote their time, energy, and expertise to setting and reviewing budgets, overseeing the management of Texas public and charter schools, and ensuring that every student has access to an exemplary education. By partnering with teachers, parents, and community members, school board members help inspire a lifelong love of learning in the next generation. They will continue to play a vital role as we pursue educational excellence across the Lone Star State. Each year, the month of January is set aside to honor the many contributions of school boards and to recognize their commitment to education. At this time, I encourage all Texans to acknowledge the more than 7,000 school board members whose service represents the best of our great state. Therefore, I, Greg Abbott, Governor of Texas, do hereby proclaim January 2026 to be School Board Appreciation Month. At this time, it is my honor to introduce our campus administrators and their representatives who will come in and do a presentation. We're going to begin with Irene Cardwell Elementary.
Good evening, Dr. Rios and distinguished board members. On behalf of Irene C. Cardwell families and staff, we extend our sincere thanks for your time, service, care, and commitment to public education. Your leadership plays a vital role in supporting student success. Please enjoy this thank you message from our Cardwell Cubs, Grecia Flores in Mrs. Nieto's class, Jordan Wills with Mr. Hernandez, and Isabella Barrera in Ms. Garza's class.
Thank you, T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all you do. Kiss your brain.
Thank you, Cardwell Elementary. We now invite Buena Vista Elementary.
Good evening, members of the board and Dr. Rios. We are the Buena Vista Elementary Student Council, and we are honored to be here with you all this evening. My name is Nicolas Valdez, President of Student Council.
And my name is Emma Carrion, Vice President. Tonight, we would like to thank you all for your service, leadership, and your dedication to our schools and community.
Grateful for our school board members. Good evening. We are honored to share our thanks for school board members who care. You help our district grow and succeed by listening, leading, and meeting each need.
You support our teachers and all our staff, helping them give us the best learning path. Because of your work, our schools can shine, creating a future that is strong and kind.
You serve our community with pride, making thoughtful choices and leading with heart and pride. You make big choices, both near and far, to help every student be who they are.
So from Buena Vista Elementary, we proudly say, thank you for guiding us every day. We appreciate you today, tomorrow, and always.
We now welcome Sinisa Hills Elementary.
Good evening. On behalf of Sinisa Hills Elementary, students, families, and teachers and staff, we would like to extend our sincere thanks to the members of our school board. Your role often happens behind the scenes, but its impact is felt every day in our classrooms, our programs, and most importantly, in the lives of our students. Thank you for your dedication to academic excellence, for supporting our educators, and for keeping students at the center of every decision. Your leadership helps create safe, inclusive, and inspiring learning environments where students can grow, succeed, and dream big. Serving on a school board requires commitment, patience, and a deep belief in the power of education. We are grateful for your willingness to listen, to lead, and to serve our community with integrity. Thank you for your continued support of our schools and for all that you do to shape a brighter future for our students. Please join me in thanking our school board.
Thank you, Sinisa Hills Elementary. We now welcome Dr. Lonnie Green Elementary.
Good evening. Good evening of the board admin. Good evening, members of the board, administrators, and members of our community. My name is Saul Hernandez, and I'm a student from Dr. Lonnie Green. I want to thank you for all the time, care, and vision you bring to our schools. The decisions you make don't just affect policies or budgets, they shape our classrooms, our opportunities, and our futures. As students, we see and feel the impact of your long-term goals. We see it in programs that prepare us for college and careers in effort to make our schools more inclusive and supportive, and in beliefs that every student deserves the chance to succeed. That commitment gives us confidence, not just in our education, but in our community we're growing up in. Thank you for thinking beyond today and investing in who we will become tomorrow. We're proud to be a part of this district, and we're grateful for your leadership as we work together towards a strong, hopeful future. Thank you for listening, and thank you for believing in us.
Hello, my name is Elane Flores. Thank you for taking your time here today. I want to thank all of our board members for everything you do for our school and our future. We know you spend a lot of your time making important decisions and helping our school be the best it can be. Even though we may not always see the work you do, we feel the results every day when we learn, grow, and feel supported. Because of your efforts, we have better opportunities and a brighter future. We really appreciate how much you care about us and our education. Thank you for your hard work, your time, and believing in us. We are very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lonnie Green Elementary. We now welcome Roberto Bobby Barrera Elementary.
Good evening, members of the school board, teachers, families, and guests. My name is Camila Calloway, and I'm the proud student council president of Roberto Barbie Barrera STEM Elementary School. Today, I'm honored to speak with you on the behalf of our students. Our theme tonight is Future is Public. That means our future is built on strong public schools, caring leaders, and opportunities for each and every student to learn, thrive, and grow, so that because of you, our future is brighter. We would like to thank you for including our school in this year's school bond. Even though the bond did not pass, we truly appreciate you for considering us for the opportunity. It meant a lot to us to learn that our voices were heard and mattered. Your support helps us dream big, work hard, and believe in ourselves. Thank you for listening for us and supporting us year after year. Because of you, we seem valued and important and are excited about our future. Thank you for always supporting us, encouraging us, and thank you for listening to us. Because of you, and investing in our future. We are grateful for your dedication to public education in schools like ours. On behalf of RBB, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, RBB Elementary. We now welcome Ruben Chavita Elementary.
Good evening, Dr. Rios and members of the school board. My name is Alejandro Mota, Ruben Chavilla's Student Council President, along with my fellow officers and the student body. We want to say thank you for supporting our schools and caring about our future. Because of you, we have a place where everyone belongs and where we can learn, grow, and dream big. When you support our school, our students, teachers, and schools, you are helping shape our future. You are helping us become leaders of tomorrow. Please accept our token of acceptance for all you do. Thank you for believing in us and for supporting public education.
Thank you, Ruben Chavita Elementary. We now welcome Dr. Fermin Calderon Elementary.
Good evening. My name is Lorenzo Chase, and I am a fifth grader student and student council president at Dr. Fermin Calderon Elementary School. We are proud to celebrate School Board Appreciation Month. Thank you to our school board members for everything you do behind the scenes to support our teachers and help students learn, grow, and succeed. Your decisions help make our schools safe places where we can dream big and work hard. On behalf of all the students, thank you for your time, dedication, and care for our schools. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Dr. Fermin Calderon Elementary. We now welcome Lamar Elementary.
Good evening, Dr. Rios and distinguished members of the school board. My name is Reagan Garza, and I am the student council president of Lamar Elementary.
My name is Mikhail Villalon, and I am the secretary.
My name is Scarlett Dobbins, and I'm treasurer.
I will be telling you the story, the starfish story. An old man had a habit of waking up early morning walks on the beach. One day after a storm, he saw a human figure in the distance, moving like a dancer. As he came closer, he saw that it was a young woman, and she was not dancing but was reaching down to the sand, picking up a starfish, and very gently throwing them into the ocean. "Young lady," he asked, "why are you throwing starfish into the ocean? The sun is up and the tide is going out. And if I do not throw them in, they will die. But young lady, do you not realize that there are miles and miles of beach and starfish all along it? You cannot possibly make a difference." The young woman listened and politely paused and then bent down, picked up another starfish and threw it into the sea, past the breaking waves, saying, "It made a difference for that one."
Thank you for making a difference with every decision you make. Our schools wouldn't be the same without you. As our public schools face more challenges every year, it is you, with your dedication and commitment, that make each of our schools successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Lamar Elementary. We now welcome our middle school groups, beginning with Del Rio Middle School.
Good evening, members of the school board. Thank you for the opportunities to speak with you tonight. My name is Delaney Adam, and I represent the Del Rio Middle School Student Council.
Good evening. I'm Zavita Carey, and I represent Co-op.
Good evening. I'm Ita Hernandez, and I will be representing National Junior Honor Society.
Today, we are honored to represent the students of Del Rio Middle School and to express our sincere appreciation for everything you do for our school.
Your leadership and dedication play an important role in shaping our learning environment. Because of your decisions and continued support, DRMS provides strong academic programs, meaningful extracurricular activities, and a safe place where students are encouraged to grow and succeed. These efforts make a lasting difference in our daily school experience.
We understand that serving on the school board requires commitment, responsibility, and thoughtful decision-making. Please know that your work does not go unnoticed. On behalf of the students of DRMS, thank you for your service, your support, and your belief in our future. We are grateful for all that you do to help our school continue to move forward. In your honor, we are dedicating a book for each of you that will be located at our DRMS library.
Thank you, Del Rio Middle School. We now welcome Garfield Middle School.
Nice shirts.
Good evening, Superintendent Dr. Rios, President Mesa, and honorable members of the board. We represent Garfield Middle School. We are proud to stand here as student council officers
Romina Gonzalez,
Fabian Jurado,
Alan Villarreal,
speaking not only as students, but as the future shaped by your leadership. Each January, we recognize leaders who serve without spotlight, yet carry the weight of countless futures. School board members, volunteers whose decisions do not stay on paper. They live in classrooms, echo through hallways, and shape lives across Texas. You lead knowing that every choice matters. That what happens in public schools today determines what our communities become tomorrow. This year's message is not just a theme. It is a truth. Our future is public. Public schools are where potential is unlocked, where talent is discovered, where students from every background are given an opportunity, not limits. Texas public education is powerful. It educates millions. It prepares a workforce that fuels a global economy. It builds leaders, innovators, artists, and citizens ready to serve. Our schools offer more than lessons. They offer access to athletics that teach discipline, arts that inspire creativity, programs that open doors to careers and college without placing a price on possibility. Even in times of challenge and change, our public schools remain essential, capable, and ready to serve every student who walks through their doors. You understand this. You advocate when it matters. You elevate success stories with worth telling. You stand firm for public education. Because when you volunteer your time and voice, you are not just governing districts, you are investing in futures. So tonight, on behalf of Garfield Middle School and San Felipe Del Rio CISD, we say thank you. Thank you for believing in public education. Thank you for believing in students like us. Our future is strong, our future is shared, our future is public. Thank you.
Thank you, Garfield Middle School. We now welcome San Felipe Memorial Middle School.
Good evening, Mr. Mesa, Dr. Rios, and all school board trustees. I am Jesus Zavala.
And I am Amelia Music.
And we are proud to represent the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students of San Felipe Memorial Middle School.
Our 8th grader speaker is homesick today, but we are honored to speak on their behalf.
We are here to thank the members of our school board for guiding our schools and shaping our future. Because our future is public. As 7th graders, we're discovering who we are and what we care about. Public schools give us a place to explore, to grow, and to find our strengths. Through academics, activities, and support, you help us build confidence and a purpose. Thank you for creating schools where every student has a chance to succeed.
As 6th graders, we are just beginning our journey in middle school. Public school is where you learn to work together and solve problems and believe in ourselves. Because of your leadership, schools are safe, welcoming, and full of opportunity. Thank you for caring about us, our education, and our future. On behalf of our 8th grade classmates and all students across our district.
Thank you for your service, your leadership, and your dedication. Because of you, our future is public, and our future is bright.
Thank you, San Felipe Memorial Middle School. We will continue now with our high school groups, beginning with Del Rio Freshman School.
Good evening, President Mesa, trustees, and superintendent. My name is Kayla Garcia, and I'm the Del Rio Freshman Class President. I want to say thank you for everything you do for us. Because of your decisions, we have safe schools, teachers who care about us, and opportunities to learn and grow every day. Even when we don't see it, we know you are working behind the scenes to make our schools even better. You make sure we have the resources, support, and encouragement we need to be successful, not just this year, but in the future. On behalf of the students of Del Rio Freshmen at SFDR-CISD, thank you for believing in us and investing in our education. Thank you for your time and for serving our community.
Thank you, Del Rio Freshman School. We now welcome Early College High School.
All right, good evening, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, and members of the board. On the behalf of Early College High School students and staff, we would like to take this opportunity on School Board Appreciation Month to just go ahead and say thank you, a really big thank you. And we really want to express our sincere gratitude towards everything you do for Early College High School and for our school district. So my name is Camila Rodriguez, and this is my partner, Ana Camila Martinez. And we would like to say thank you for the incredible opportunities you've given us through Early College High School. Because of y'all's vision and support, we are able to earn college credits as young as 14 years old, right? Starting in 9th grade all the way to 12th grade, we're able to gain those college credits, and we're eventually able to graduate with our associate's degree with no cost added to our families. So really big thank you. And so many of those early college alumni go on to pursue bachelor's degrees that they can finish only 2 years after graduating high school. And additionally, a lot of those alumni go on to pursue bigger degrees, such as master's. And if it weren't for that opportunity, we would be taking a little bit longer for that. So just a big thank you. This opportunity has not only affected our lives, but it has also affected our future, and it will continue to affect our future, and we will not take that for granted. We understand that the decisions you make are not always easy, but your dedication, perseverance, and genuine care for your schools and community are clearly reflected in the thoughtful choices you make. Your commitment to student success continues to open doors and create pathways that allows us to not only just dream bigger, but to always achieve more.
We are also extremely grateful for your recent beautification of our ECHS main campus. The new landscaping and the ECHS signage have truly enhanced our school environment. We appreciate the pride and the care you show in investing in our campus. Thank you for your leadership, your time, and your unwavering support of our students, staff, and community. We are proud to be a part of a district led by such a dedicated and caring board. With sincere appreciation, happy School Board Appreciation Month from early college staff, high school students, and staff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Early College High School. We now invite Del Rio High School.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, members of the school board and Dr. Rios. I am here with my fellow classmates to express our heartfelt gratitude to the school board for your unwavering dedication, vision, and leadership. Your commitment to ensure that our schools remain places of learning, growing, and opportunity does not go unnoticed. Through your thoughtful decisions and tireless efforts, you provide the foundation that allows teachers to teach, students to thrive, and our community to come together around a shared goal: excellence in education. We especially appreciate the time and energy you volunteer to attending meetings, review policies, and listening to the voices of students, staff, and families. Your work often happens behind the scenes, but its impact reaches every classroom, every hallway, and every heart in our schools. Today, we simply say thank you. Thank you for believing in our potential and for supporting our educators and for guiding our schools towards a brighter future. We are grateful for your service, your leadership, and above all, your dedication to making a difference in the lives of so many. Our gift this evening consists of a picture frame made by Mr. Alviso's CTE carpentry class with a picture of our Rami. We felt that a picture of our mascot would be a reminder to any DRHS graduate that no matter what your next mascot or school is, once a Ram, always a Ram. The national theme for our school board appreciation is Our Future is Public. With me are our officers of Del Rio High School organizations who would like to share how our future is public service. My name is Ella Jensen. I'm the Student Council President. In the fall, I will be attending the University of Washington and major in government. Go Huskies! My goal is to serve by providing essential services that ensure safety and community well-being.
My name is Crystal Torres. I am the president of the senior class. In the fall, I will be attending Texas State University and major in education, Edom Cats. My goal is to serve the public by educating the future generations.
My name is Roberto Maltos. I'm the first vice president of Student Council. In the fall, I'll be attending Texas State University and major in civil engineering, Rickham Tech. My goal is to serve the public by designing, building, and maintaining essential infrastructures.
My name is Elizabeth Cheney. I am the president of the National Honor Society and National Technical Honor Society. In the fall, I will be attending Texas A&M University and major in English, Giga Maggies. My goal is to serve the public by refining manuscripts into high-quality, readable books.
My name is Luisa Campa. I am the second vice president of Student Council. In the fall, I will be attending University of Incarnate World and majoring in psychology. Go Cardinals. My goal is to serve the public by serving mental health needs as a pediatric psychologist. Thank you.
My name is Luis Alfredo Garza, and I am the treasurer of the National Honor Society. In the fall, I will be attending New York University and majoring in nursing. Go Bobcats. My goal is to serve the public by promoting health and improving community well-being through direct care and advocacy. Thank you.
My name is Sofia Castillo. I am the secretary of the National Honor Society and National Technical Honor Society. In the fall, I'll be attending the University of Texas at Austin and major in international affairs, Hook 'em Horns. My goal is to serve the public with a career focused on global issues and diplomacy. Thank you for all you do, and again, once a Ram, always a Ram. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Del Rio High School.
Congratulations and good luck. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah, one Aggie. That was good.
This concludes our presentation today. Once again, on behalf of our students, our staff, our families across our school district, we wish you a wonderful, wonderful School Board Appreciation Month. Thank you for everything that you do for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just wanted to say a couple of things. Public schools make such a difference, and again, sometimes we don't get the recognition, but we know that the future, listening to all these young people, is bright. And someday they will take our seats here on the diocese and make good decisions too. I have to be thankful for our board. This has been an awesome board. We respect one another, and we listen attentively to every decision that we make as a group. And we try to do the best that we can. The best thing that we can do as parents, relatives, is give a great education to all our young people, because the more education they have, the more doors that are open to them for their career and their lifelong learning and whatever path they decide. But education is the best thing that we can give our young people. And so we're proud of everyone that came forward, all those students that are represented by all the different campuses. And we thank all the administrators, all the teachers. Thank you so much for recognizing us on this Board Appreciation Month. And we strive every year to do what is best for public education. Every year we look at legislation that is friendly towards public education. It seems like every year they're trying to take local control away from us, but we strive to, again, do the best job that we can, and I think all the schools are doing exceptionally well. When you listen to the graduates and the path that they're taking, that's our reward when they graduate and tell us, where they're headed and what fields they're choosing. So again, thank you everyone for such a wonderful celebration of, again, Board Appreciation Month. Thank you. Okay, no one signed up for citizens to be heard. So we go on to reports, item 8 on the agenda. First item, we have intruder detection audit report. Chief Foss, yes.
Good evening, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, members of the board. Today's report is for an intruder detection audit that took place on December 12th at Buena Vista Elementary. The audit consists of 3 parts: the intruder access exterior door audit, which includes the weekly door sweeps, and the interior door check. For this audit purpose, the auditor was unable to find an entry into any portion of the building through an unsecured gate or door. When the auditor checked all exterior doors were found to be locked and secured. But during this portion, the auditor reviewed the required weekly door sweeps and found that there was one missing door log for the month of November. So as a result of that, gave us a finding for corrective action. For phase 3, the interior door sweeps, interior doors, the auditor found that there was no interior doors found to be unsecured. So in essence, the only finding was the missing door sweep for the 1 week in November. As a result, though, we are required to do some corrective action, which includes providing notice through this posting, the board agenda of the findings for the audit, develop a plan for immediate training of all designated campus personnel, which has already taken place on January 7th, submit proof of weekly door sweeps for the following 4 weeks after the audit, which have already been completed, and then review the findings at our next safety and security meeting. As I mentioned before, the corrective action was taken. Corrective action training was taken on January 7th, in which we discussed safety, the safety of the audit process, the procedures of the audit process, and the importance of making sure that the weekly door sweeps are completed. In addition to this, my office now reviews district-wide all the weekly door logs to ensure that all the campuses are in compliance. Any questions?
I'll turn it over to the board members. Any questions for Chief Haas? Mr. Orfeld?
So the last two meetings, this has become a trend where door logs are not being properly kept up. I know the last time we had this conversation in December, I believe it was you or your department was going to take over that entire operation, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember something along those lines of the district's police department would now be ensuring that the door sweep logs were up to date. If that is still the plan, is that supposed to be the officers on campus who are supposed to be doing all of that? Because that worries me that pulls them away from the actual job of protecting the building and instead doing administrative work.
No, sir. The weekly door sweeps are to be entered by the campus administrator once a week. What my office is now doing is we review Sentinel to make sure that those logs are entered in on a weekly basis by the campus administrator. But the campus administrator is the person responsible for making sure that the log is entered.
Okay, so last month, that's what you had proposed, I guess, was that it would y'all would start looking at Sentinel, to ensure that it was in there. And then if it wasn't, I guess there would be a follow-up from police department to the campus to ensure.
Correct. Now, once a week, we review Sentinel, and if they haven't completed it in the timely manner, then we send out a message to make sure that it gets taken care of before the weekends.
Okay, thank you for the clarification.
Sure.
Dr. Rios?
Chief, just to remind us, the audit at Buena Vista, on what date did it occur? I know you had it up there.
December 12th.
Okay, just as a reminder.
Yeah, it was before.
Yeah, the chief made the presentation on the third week in December because we were aware that Buena Vista hadn't entered one of the weekly sweeps. But I want to share with all the parents and the public that every door at every campus is checked on the hour by the police. That means they make the rounds around the perimeter of the building to make sure that every door is secured. And if they find a door that isn't secured, then they report that through the channels so that maintenance can improve it. So that's a great thing. And that happens every hour on the hour when they make the rounds. I say on the hour, but just every 60 minutes. It could be at 11:05 or 11:30. What the state requires is that the principal conduct a check of all the doors once per week, and that they enter it into a log. I am certain that the principals are doing their weekly door sweeps more than one time, but between the time the walk is completed and the administrative task of entering in the computer, I'm sure that a lot of things happen, and they forget about it. But it's the administrative error that's the clerical error that has kept us from passing the last 3 inspections. That's why the chief is now on Wednesdays checking, and if they haven't done it, then he communicates through Mr. Barrera, and then we check with the principals. But I just want to reassure that our protocol has been that the security make their perimeter checks every single hour, and I believe that we even have a little, icon where they check in to make sure it happens. So we do need to get better principals on the clerical duties, but that's where we're at. Thank you, Chief.
Anyone else? Thank you for the reward.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let the record show we have Amy Haynes joining our meeting. Thank you for being here, Ms. Haynes. We now have 6 board members. Next item we have is item B under 8, facilities and construction updates. Mr. Hector Chapa.
Good evening, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, members of the board. Tonight's presentation will provide updates on the following projects: the Del Rio Middle School chiller replacement project, the stadium lighting project, the warehouse parking lot resurfacing project, and the Del Rio High School softball batting cage project. Work at the Del Rio Middle School chillers is completed. Everything is per plans and per specifications. The lighting at the stadium has been completed, and the programming of lights, including the festival lighting, is completed as well. The surfacing project at the warehouse was completed over the Christmas holidays. They actually started early and finished before, or the first day when the staff was back, but prior to the students returning to school. And lastly, the batting cage was redone. New structural elements were placed, including a sidewall and new roof on it. That concludes the construction portion.
Any questions? Mr. Galindo?
First thing, Mr. Chapa, thank y'all for getting the warehouse parking lot resurfacing project. That was a rough area, and so I'm sure it's a lot smoother for deliveries and so forth. So thank y'all for getting that done amongst the other projects, including the chillers. I know that was a concern in getting it done through the holiday weekend. But one of the questions, and I don't know if this is just a continuation for the stadium lighting, is that the final configuration? Because there's some dark areas in the middle, or do they still need some altering to continue to improve?
Yes, sir. That's been an observation that everybody has made when they go to Walter Leverman Stadium. The lights were installed, they were delivered, everything went great. The difference was that the lighting engineer calibrated the lights, assuming the poles were 120 feet. Instead, our poles are 90 feet. They came back to check. They checked it in the dark just so they can identify the different dark spots. And they took their notes, and they went back. They're having their engineers recalibrate the lighting angles at 90 feet so that then everything could be better lighted. Coach McCray has visited with him. He has shared with him the date of our first track meet to make sure that those curves are well lit. And we're hoping that they can make that deadline so that we can have our first track meet. The date escapes me, but that is the plan.
Okay.
And that was the error.
Okay. Just had questions on that. Also, for the softball batting cage, that's a great addition or upgrade for that area there in athletics. So, but yeah, I just wanted to touch base on the lighting project especially, and thank y'all for getting that done during the Christmas holidays. So thank y'all.
Anyone else? Just want to say thanks again for everything, and especially during the holidays, the work that goes on. And yes, the softball batting cage, the parents, again, have raised money for materials, and the coaches are now happy that they have a batting cage and some shade, at least for the summer months and practice.
Yep.
Dr. Rios?
Mr. President, I just wanted to share with the board that the chillers that were installed, if you will recall, we worked with Schneider Electric to prioritize all of the AC needs throughout the district, and the chillers at Del Rio Middle School have been operating on one chiller instead of two. That was what they prioritized, and y'all accepted the recommendation. So this is the first step of a larger plan, but it's nice when we have a plan and we move in the direction of checking those boxes. So that was that was very nice to have. So thank you, Mr. Chapa, for following through with them.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no questions, so go on to the next item, maintenance.
Yes, sir, the work orders. For the previous 90 days, the maintenance department received a total of 179 work orders. 164 were completed. The 0 to 15 days, 8 were received, 6 were completed, for a percentage of 75. 16 to 30 days, 51 were received, 44 were completed, percentage of 86. 31 to 60 days, 47 were received, 45 were completed, for a percentage of 96%. And 61 to 90 days, 73 were received, 69 were complete, for a total of 95%. Technology department, the previous 90 days, 2,317 tickets were received, 2,158 were completed, 93% closed. 0 to 15 days, 130 tickets were received, 105 were closed for 81%. 15 to 60, 30 days, 546 work orders were received, 495 were closed, 91% complete. 31 to 60 days, 708 tickets were received, 662 were closed, 94% complete. 61 to 90 days, 933 tickets were received, 896 completed, for a percentage rate of 96. Transportation, previous 90 days, 179 tickets were received, 164 were closed, for a percentage rate of 92%. 0 to 15, 8 were received, 6 were closed, for a percentage rate of 75. 16 to 30 days, 51 were received, 44 were closed, 86%. 31 to 60 days, 47 were received, 45 were closed, for a percentage of 96. And 61 to 90 days, 73 were received, 69 were closed, for 95%.
Any questions for Mr. Chapa? Just want to say I'm so glad that most of these orders are completed within 90%. Of course, we realize from 0 to 15 that's difficult to accomplish, especially if it's a large item, but satisfied with a percentage of completion.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next report is under 8, term 3, attendance discipline reports. We have that in our packet. If there are any questions, Ms. Sandat is here. Anyone have any questions? I'm so glad that the district percentage is up to 90%. It's, I always look at that, it's amazing. I have to give thanks to all the elementary schools and the middle schools for having the 90% range of attendance. And it always, during the budget time, we look at ADA, and that's a big percentage of our funding comes from average daily attendance. And so we appreciate every effort that is done on behalf of either parental aides, administrative assistants, or principals. Again, thank you for having high percentages, and it gives us a district under the elementary and secondary at 90% district ADA average. So thank you again. Go on to the consent agenda. Under this item, again, one action will approve all items on the consent agenda. We thank all the people that contributed, made a donation towards the different programs, different organizations of our district. As always, we appreciate every donation to either individual classes or organizations that, again, serve our district and our students. Are there any items that need to be pulled out under the consent agenda from the board? Mr. Galindo?
Be G 2 through 5, just for further discussion until after closed session.
Okay, G through 5. 2 2 through 5?
Yes, sir.
Did you need questions,
Just further discussion on it.
further discussion?
He wants to discuss it in closed session and then come back.
Yeah.
Oh, in closed session.
Vote on it in open session.
Okay. Okay, so items 2 through 5 will be discussed in closed session. We will act upon those after we return and reconvene from executive session. Any other item that needs to be pulled out or you have a question on? Hearing none, then I'll ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda. Motion made by Mr. Overfeld,
As amended.
as amended.
Yes, sir.
Again, with items G, 2 through 5, that will be pulled out for further discussion. And Mr. Diego Almaraz has given the second to the motion. All those in favor? The motion is approved. Consent agenda is approved. We go on to administration, item 10. First item we have is consideration to approve the nomination and appointment of the San Felipe Adoro CISD representative to fill the Val Verde County Appraisal District Board of Directors vacancy. Sandra Hernandez.
Good evening. Once again, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, and members of the board. In accordance with the Texas Tax Code 6.03A and CCH legal appraisal districts are governed by a board of directors. In Val Verde County, the taxing units that participate in the district as provided by this section appoint 5 directors. In accordance with the above named tax code, the district appoints 4 directors on the Val Verde County Appraisal District Board of Directors. Currently, we have Mr. Ramiro Guzman, Mr. Rene Garza, and Mr. Roy Musquiz Jr. serving on this board. Mr. Stephen Webb previously served on the board until his passing. There is a nomination, there's a vacancy for this position, and a nomination for Mr. Eduardo Amezcua Sr. has been brought forth for consideration to replace Mr. Webb's vacancy.
Any questions for Sandra? Hearing none. Want to read the recommendation?
Yes, sir. It is a recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the nomination and appointment of Mr. Eduardo Amezcua Sr. to represent San Felipe Del Rio CISD on the Val Verde County Appraisal District Board of Directors and fill the position vacancy.
For the recommendation, there's a motion from Mr. Galindo, seconded by Mrs. Webb. All those in favor? Motion carries. Thank you very much. We
Yes,
go
sir.
on to item B under administration, item 10 on the agenda. Consideration to approve an order of election for the San Felipe Del Rio CISD. Board of Trustees elections to be held Saturday, May 2nd, 2026. Sandra Hernandez.
Yes, sir. Good evening once again. In compliance with the election code, the Board of Trustees of the San Felipe Del Rio CISD must approve an order of election establishing the procedures for filing and conducting a school board election. The offices up for election this year are as follows. For place 1, currently held by Mr. Jesus Emilio Galindo. Place 3, currently held by Mrs. Linda Guanajuato Webb. Place 4, currently held by Mr. Raymond P. Mesa. And place 5, currently held by Mrs. Rebecca Luna Chavez. In accordance with the election calendar set by the Texas Secretary of State, the last day to order a general election is Friday, February the 13th, and this deadline falls before the regular Board of Trustees meeting in February, so therefore we are bringing it forth for your approval tonight. So the first day of early voting by personal appearance for the general election is Monday, April the 20th, 2026. And the last day for early voting is Tuesday, April the 28th, 2026.
Okay, any questions for Sandra from board members? None? Recommendation, please.
Yes, sir. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the order of election for the San Felipe Consolidated Independent School District Board of Trustees election to be held on Saturday, May 2nd, 2026. I will ask the board that is present must sign the order of election, and so if you may please remain behind at the end of the meeting to sign the actual order.
So I have that piece of paper, so remember, all of us need to sign that, okay? Once
Thank
we
you.
approve it. You've heard the recommendation. Is there a motion for approval? Motion made by Amy Haynes, seconded by Ms. Webb. All those in favor? Motion carries. Item 10C, consideration to approve a joint election agreement by and between San Felipe Del Rio CISD and Valverde County Hospital District for the purpose of conducting trustee elections on Saturday, May 2nd, 2026. Uniform election date, Sandra Hernandez.
Thank you, Mr. Mesa. Now that we have approved an order of election, the next step is to approve a joint election agreement by and between the school district and the Valverde County Hospital District for the purpose of conducting the trustees elections on Saturday, May the 2nd, 2026. In accordance with the Texas Election Code and in accordance with board policy, the school districts conducting trustee elections must have joint polling places on election day with either a city holding an election on the uniform election day, located wholly or partly within the school district's boundaries, a public junior college district, in limited circumstances, a hospital district, or the county on a November uniform election day in even numbers years. This year, the school district and the Valverde County Hospital Board will conduct trustee elections on the same uniform election date of Saturday, May the 2nd, 2026. And by entering into this joint election agreement, it would benefit the citizens and voters of this community since both political entities would be able to share the same election precincts and polling locations and the election ballot.
Any questions for Sandra? Yes, Mr. Galindo.
Mr. Hernandez, can we just clarify why we're not doing it with the city? It's due to the fact that their precincts and voting areas are different than what we commonly had, because usually it's a joint election between three entities, and so
Correct.
there is a different one. So can we just
Yes,
clarify
sir.
why?
Historically, our district had a mutual agreement with all three public entities. However, the county has let us know that because they are now have moved into a single member district, they have they have created problems with them in the election process, and it's not aligned, and I believe that has been brought to their attention. So therefore, we were informed that we could only have a joint election with the hospital board since we share the exact same precincts and the exact same polling locations. And we would only be able to have a joint election with this particular entity.
Mr. Orfeld?
The city has gone to single member
Yes, sir.
district, or the county?
The city.
The city.
We share the county. We share with the county, including the hospital board. But the city has gone into single member districts, and therefore the municipal election will be held on the same day, but their ballot has to be different than the one that the school board election and the hospital board election will use. So they will check in into the same location, except they're going to have to check in twice.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Member district.
Thank you, sir.
It's confusing because in the past we had all of them together. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, we can go back to 2012, and I mean, I remember when we were still using paper ballots and stuff, and then we all started working together. So that's really weird.
I remember the time when I first ran, you have to go to 3 different places because it was district, school district, separate from hospital district, and then the county was separate. So we had to go to 3 different places in the city. So it was all, now it's a lot easier, but now we're having to regress now because of the precinct differences. If you look at the precinct, they're not aligned with the way we have them with the county and the school district and the hospital.
Correct. The
They're
municipal, the municipal districts are different than the school board precincts where we would normally vote, and as well, the hospital is the same. So we share the same precincts, and so therefore, the only joint election agreement we could have is with the hospital board.
I hope someday we can all align together so make it easier for the voters.
Yes, sir.
Any further questions for Sandra? We're okay with that? Okay.
I'll
Go
read
ahead.
the recommendation, sir. It is a recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the joint election agreement by and between the San Felipe del Rio Consolidated Independent School District and the Val Verde County Hospital District for the purpose of conducting trustee elections on Saturday, May 2nd, 2026 uniform election date.
For the recommendation, I'll entertain a motion for approval. Motion made by Mr. Diego Almaraz, seconded by Mr. Emilio Galindo. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Item 10D, consideration to approve the first reading of TASB Localized Policy Update 126, affecting policies, well, CSA local, BDB local, CEC local, DFFBL local, or, yeah, I'm sorry, DFFB local, DGBA local, DH local, EEP local, EFA local, ENHAF local, and EIA local. And I'm sure Sandra will repeat all these again. Sandra, I just want to say before you start, we had the TASB grassroots meeting. We had a legislative update, and they did tell us that update 126 is the largest they've seen, and they're still working on some of the policies. And I know when we have the policy review committee, it is so much that we have to look and, again, I understand that the policy affects everything that we do. The biggest change, it seems like it was in the grievance section, which we had about 7-8 pages of changes and different things that we have to now make adjustments to. But I know you have a lot of work to do in regards to presenting all of these policy updates.
Yes, sir. You're correct. The policy update 126 is one of the largest ones that we have experienced due to this past legislative session, and the legislative session that also occurred that continued over the course of the summer. So we have this second group of policies that I'm bringing forward for recommendation. CSA Local Facility Standards, Safety and Security. Senate Bill 8 from the second special session prompted the inclusion of a section on the designation and use of private spaces. The superintendent is directed to designate private spaces in accordance with law and to develop regulations to ensure compliance. DEC Local is compensation and benefits, leaves and absences. House Bill 2 prompted recommended revisions to include the daily rate of pay under definitions section, as well as the section regarding concurrent use of paid leave during family and medical leave for classroom teachers. Additionally, our district submitted a local recommendation to include a provision for temporary disability leave for any full-time employee whose position does not require educator certification by the district or by SBEC. In DFFB local, term contracts non-renewal, based on Senate Bill 12, engaging or assigning diversity, equity, and inclusion duties, as well as instructional activities prohibited by law, are recommended for inclusion in the list of reasons a term contract, that a term contract employee may not be renewed. And this item related to a disability and the ability to perform the essential functions of the job has been amended for clarity as well. Under DGBA local, this is the policy on employee complaints and grievances. This policy has been revised. It includes revisions prompted by the applicable portions of Senate Bill 12. In DH, local, employee standards of conduct. Again, there's sections on prohibited classroom instruction, on activities, prohibited diversity, equity, and inclusion duties, and social transitioning are recommended for inclusion pursuant to Senate Bill 12. At relationships with students, the recommended revision addresses the requirement under Senate Bill 571 regarding the notice of suspected misconduct by an educator or district service provider. Under EEP, local instructional arrangements, lesson plans, this new local policy includes the recommended language from Senate Bill 12 on instructional plans and course syllabi. Under EFA, local instructional resources, instructional materials, in accordance with Senate Bill 12, a section on parent requests for instructional material review is recommended for inclusion. The policy requires that the superintendent to develop administrative regulations to ensure that parents or guardians can request review of instructional materials individually or through a petition process with other parents. Under EHBAF, local special education audio-video monitoring, the enclosure revisions are recommended to update language regarding special education classrooms in accordance with House Bill 12 and to update the time frame for reporting suspected misconduct or child abuse as required by Senate Bill 571. And finally, under EIA local, academic achievement, grading progress reports to parents, the recommended revisions reflect, again, Senate Bill 12's requirement that each parent of a student be afforded the opportunity for at least 2 in-person conferences with the students, a teacher per year. And at academic dishonesty, the language has been added to reference artificial intelligence. And that artificial intelligence without permission constitutes academic dishonesty. And that sums it up. I know it's quite a bit for this particular group. As Mr. Mesa mentioned, it's pretty extensive, very detailed. And this is the group for your consideration.
Questions for Sandra? I know as a committee member in the Policy Review Committee, there's a lot of reading, a lot of, again, understanding of changes that come about because of the legislative session that just ended. And so we look forward to making sure that we comply with all the different changes. With no further questions, then would you read the recommendation?
Yes, sir. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the first reading of TASB Localized Policy Manual Update 126, Part 2, affecting policy CSA, local, facility standards, safety and security, DBD local, employment requirements and restrictions, DEC local, compensation and benefits, leaves and absences, DFFB local, term contracts, non-renewal, DGBA local, personnel management relations, employee complaints and grievances, DH local, employee standards of conduct, EEP local, instructional arrangements, lesson plans, EFA local, instructional resources, instructional materials, EHBAF local, special education, audio video monitoring, and EIA local, academic achievement, grading progress reports to parents as presented.
For the recommendation from administration, is there a motion for approval? Motion made by Mr. Galindo, seconded by Amy Haynes. All those in favor? Motion carries. Item 10E, Dr. Rios has asked to table this item. A discussion, possible action on Senate Bill 11. Dr. Rios.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mesa, members of the board. This bill has to do with dedicating a time during the day for students to pray or read scripture. We have received a whole lot of input from organizations outside of the district, both asking us not to recommend time during the day, as well as those asking us to recommend time during the day. It's unfortunate that we don't have a model for other districts to follow to see what other districts have done. So we have to work this out on our own. I will share with you that there is a community group that is advocating for prayer time during the day. They're well known, they're respected. So I'm asking for the next 30 days to be able to review it a little deeper, consult with some of these groups, and see if we can come up with a solution that helps everybody do this.
And for further explanation, we all think that we all need the prayers and all students involved. There's some specifics. For example, you cannot do it during instructional time. And then to make the board members aware that we do have, meet you at the poll session and other activities that we do in regard to prayer outside of the instructional day. But Dr. Rios, again, has been approached by different groups, and so he's going to discuss how we can accomplish this with everyone involved. So, if the board members are okay with that, we'll table this for the next meeting. And we go into item F, Senate Bill 546, reporting on school bus seatbelts costs. Sandra Hernandez.
Good evening once again, Mr. Mesa, Dr. Rios, and members of the board. I'm going to invite our transportation coordinator, Mr. Rick Torres, to work with me on this presentation for you. In addition to the policies that I shared with you earlier in a policy drafts, one of the other requirements is from this past legislative session is regard to Senate Bill 546, which is reporting seatbelt costs. So the study, the Texas legislature has asked that we equip all of our school buses with 3-point seat belts. And so as a response to this, and the amended transportation code, the Texas Education Agency has asked us to participate in a study, has asked all school districts to participate in a study. And so in this study, basically, there's some data that TEA would like from each of our school districts that pertain to our school buses, our bus fleet. And also to ask the board with regard to our financial wellness and whether or not we are able to equip retrofitting or purchasing school buses that have 3-point seat belts. So this study, the very first step, is the board has to determine financial feasibility. So the board has to decide whether or not purchasing buses equipped with 3-point seat belts fits within the district's budget and plan for that purchase. So if we think about that, each bus, through our research, the cost of each bus with a 3-point seat belt is at a cost of $154,000. In working with Mr. Torres, there is an approximate need for purchasing 25 school buses that do not have a 3-point seatbelt. And the cost of that would be a little over $3.8 million. You can see that. And so the first part of this question, the first step, is whether or not the board determines, is there a financial feasibility to buy buses to make sure that we are fully equipped with buses that have a 3-point seatbelt. We would need 25 school buses, and the cost for purchasing the 25 buses would be $3,850,000. So Mr. Torres is going to help me with the next steps, and we'll be introducing those other questions that the agency is asking of us.
Good evening, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, and members of the board. So at the time we're identifying the number of buses in our fleet. Of course, we have a total of 51. At the moment, we have only 26 buses that have the 3-point seat belts. We have 4 that are equipped only with the 2-point seat belt, which is the lap seat belt that were, for the most part, put on by our mechanics. And we have a mix of 3-point seat belts and lap belts, 0 buses, and some seats with 3-point, others with no seat belts, we're at 0. So we ended up getting a quote. We requested an itemized estimate to retrofit the buses, which would require to purchase a total of 600 seats to replace those 25 buses that are missing the seat belts. And the quote that was given back to us was at $874,826. In summary, the total number of buses that we have in our district's 51. Total number of school buses not equipped with seat belts, 21. Total number of school buses equipped with 2-point seat belts are 4. Total number of school buses equipped with 3-point seat belts are 26. Again, the estimated cost to equip all buses with 3-point seat belts, $874,826.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dr. Reyes? I have a question for Mr. Torres. Yes. Can you go back one slide, please?
There you go.
There's 21 buses that require their retrofitting, and $874,000 is definitely cheaper than $3 million. I think it would help the board make a decision on how we're going to respond to the survey if we were to understand the old buses. Well, I say the old buses, but the buses that require retrofitting to 3-point seat belts, are they worth the investment? Because if it's going to cost $150,000 to buy a new bus, what percentage of that 864 goes to each bus? So just dividing it by 25, I imagine it's about, what is it? 34.9. So is it worth the $35,000 investment on a bus that may be getting to the end of its lifespan? Does that make? Am I explaining myself, sir?
Yes, sir. At the moment, our bus fleet that, of course, require those seat belts are from 2008 to 2016. There are the older models. Of course, those came with, at the moment, they need, of course, seat belts, and of course, a lot of the parts that we have to, of course, fix them the cost is going up for those buses. So it is not.
So in 3 years, those buses that we got in 2008 would be 20 years old.
Yes, sir.
And those we probably just shouldn't invest any money in them.
Correct.
Okay. If over the next 10 days, if you could send us the years that those buses have been, those 25 buses, I think it would just provide some insight.
Yes, sir.
So questions for Sandra or Mr. Torres? Yes, Mr. Diego Almaraz.
Yeah, just what Dr. Rios said. I'd like to see the amount of buses that are definitely outdated. That makes our decision a lot easier. So this is if we were to fix these buses, we're retrofitting the buses with total seats, right? Not just the seat belts. This is a full. We're not just going in there and strapping a 3-point harness on these old seats. It's a brand new seat, correct? Okay, just for clarification on that.
That is correct, sir. We would have to replace the whole seat and, of course, all the hardware. And, of course, just the shipping itself would be about $70,000.
Okay. And one last thing, I do see that we could potentially be able to participate in a grant to have these seatbelts funded. Is there also a grant that we know of that could potentially help us with the replacement of these old buses that, aren't really worth dropping the $30,000 in for some seats?
No, sir, not yet. The state that's the reason for the survey. The state wants to know how much it's going to cost. so that they're later not accused of an unfunded mandate. I assume that they will come up with some money, but they'll expect the school district to come up with 50% or higher than 50%.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Sandra, I have a question. Senate Bill 546 requires that all buses be equipped with 3-point seatbelts. The deadline being 2028?
That it'll be for 2028, and this is the purpose of this particular study, and this is why we do have time. This particular inquiry is not due until May, which allows school districts to research, just like this board is asking for some important questions of Mr. Torres, to research more. Is it feasible? What's the feasibility of replacing? And so that will help us before we submit those numbers to TEA. So it allows you to do some research and make some decisions. Is it feasible to purchase? Is it feasible to retrofit? Those are some questions that they want our boards to consider and think about and study before we submit that report to TEA. They're not ready to make a decision. They simply are asking boards, school districts for information.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that because I remember 2028, but most likely it will be dealt during the 90th legislative session, and which kind of brings to mind that during the grassroots meeting, that would have been a priority for us to say, you know, it's an unfunded mandate. We need some funding for that because I agree with Dr. Rios. More than likely, the study will say, okay, we need a grant, but you'll have to fund a portion, a big portion of that amount, which, again, I think as a board, we need to look at all the different buses that are, 20 years old and then figure out what's the best option for us to use. But I think we still have time to change a priority in regard to our region for saying that Senate Bill 546 is going to require a big chunk of money for retrofitting buses for the 3-point harness seatbelt. So I think I might be changing one of the priorities that we just
Yes.
did at the grassroots.
Yes,
But-
and so tonight is just a presentation. It's only for discussion, for your consideration. No decisions need to be made at this point, but we did want to be proactive and provide you with this information early enough to continue your discussion and research.
Yeah, we appreciate all the information that we get from Mr. Torres, and thank you again. The follow-up question in regard to the number of buses, the year, and so forth. Ms. Rohrfeld.
Thank you. Just for my own curiosity, the 154,000 for purchasing one bus, is that purchasing a diesel or electric?
It would be
Or
a
is it
diesel bus.
Diesel bus? Okay.
Yes, sir. Thomas, at the moment, that's the quote that we received.
Okay,
from
Thomas built diesel
Yes.
bus. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Go on to the next item is business and finance. Consideration item 13A, consideration to approve modification of the 2025-2026 general fund balance commitments. Amy Childress.
Good evening, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, and members of the board. This evening, administration is requesting to approve a modification of our 2025-2026 general fund balance commitments. We have received the settlement payment from TASB in the amount of $1,291,755.04 for insurance recovery for roof damages to district buildings that were sustained during hailstorms in prior years. So we would like to commit those funds to repair those roofs.
I hope you remember what that is all about, with some hail damage in some of the schools. Okay.
Can you read that amount again, Amy?
$1,291,755.04.
Thank you.
Different. Oh, that's just the.
Any questions for Amy? Ms. Rohrfeld?
So that amendment, which of course deals with the next one, right?
Yes, sir.
So those different set of numbers is just a,
Well,
or just to be,
yeah, the difference set, sir, is because this is how we received almost $1.3 million, but the contract for the roofs that we can repair with that money is only 1.1 million.
Okay.
That's why there's a difference of approximately 200,000.
okay.
Okay, we're still dealing with item 13A.
Yeah.
So, okay. Any other questions for Amy? We're good. Recommendation, please.
Yes, sir. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the modification of the 2025-2026 general fund balance commitments as discussed.
For the recommendation, is there a motion for approval? Mr. Diego Almaraz made the motion, seconded by Ms. Orfeld. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Item 13B, consideration to approve a contract over 5,000 and purchase order over 25,000 for AAA Roofing Limited Liability Company in the amount not to exceed $1,101,278.30. RFP 26-27. Funding source, Fund 170 committed project funds for roof replacement of CTE, San Felipe Memorial Middle School, Gymnasium, and the Del Rio High School. Mr. Hector Chapa.
Good evening once again, Dr. Rios and President Mesa, members of the board. As Mr. Mesa noted right now, RFP 2627 was advertised and opened for bid on January 13th. 2 bidders submitted amounts, and AAA Roofing was the selected bidder by the panel. The proposed work will repair metal building and metal roofs at CTE, as well as the San Felipe Memorial Gymnasium, as well as bituminous roofing at CTE and several of the buildings, wings at the high school, 800, 900, 1,000 wings, 1,100, and 1,300 wings.
Questions for Mr. Chapa? Anyone? Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, no questions, so want to read the recommendation?
Yes, sir. It is a recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the contract over 5,000 and a purchase order over 25,000 and allow the superintendent to sign the contract for services with AAA Roofing LLC in the amount not to exceed $1,101,278.39 for the roof replacements at CTE, San Felipe Memorial Middle School Gym, and Del Rio High School.
For the recommendation, is there a motion for approval? Motion made by Mr. Galindo, seconded by Mrs. Webb. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Human Resources, item 14A, consideration to approve the conversion of a data entry NGS, which I have no idea, clerk, to a migrant identification, recruitment, and data clerk. Amy Childers. Amy, what is NGS?
It is, so both of these, so these positions are, they're both federal positions. One, they're federally funded. One is for the Title I clerk and one is for a migrant clerk. And when we consolidated the federal programs, these 2 positions, employees retired, and we have not posted the vacancies. We have determined that we do not need both positions. The responsibilities are needed, but we do not need both positions in order to continue. So we would like to convert one of them and consolidate the 2 positions into one.
So what is NGS? Do you have any idea? Because I don't.
If you would have asked me 5 minutes ago, it's just like.
I'm okay. Dr. Rios. Turn it over to you, sir.
I just.
It's a migrant recruiter.
Migrant recruit, yes.
But what NGS stands for, I'm going to say the N is for national, and I don't know what the GS is off the top of my head. Oh, wait. Garcia knows.
New generation system.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm like, until you asked me.
So it's not national then?
National.
Okay, well, it was staff.
I was just giving everyone a test, all of a sudden, like a pop test. Thank you for answering the question.
I'm even getting text messages with the answer.
Okay, any questions for Amy? Yes, Mr. Galindo.
But these were through attrition, right? So the,
Yes,
the
these
two
are-
people left,
the
it's
two
not
people
anybody
that-
getting replaced
Yes, sir,
or
there's an
anything?
attrition. They retired, and we just, at the time, we were making changes to the department, and so we
So
did not fill
compressing
them.
2 to 1?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
They're both on our budget, and it's remaining the same pay grade.
Okay, anyone else? We're good? Want to read the recommendation, please?
Yes, sir. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the conversion of a data entry / NGS clerk to a migrant identification, recruitment, and data clerk.
That's a recommendation. I'll entertain a motion. Motion made by Mr. Diego Almaraz. Is there a second to the motion? Mr. Emilio Galindo made the second. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Item 14B, consideration and possible action to approve employee job descriptions and evaluation forms. Budget Director update, Chief Financial Officer update, Parental Liaison aid update, Migrant Identification, Recruitment, and Data Clerk. That's a new one. Amy Childress.
Good evening once again. This evening, administration is bringing these job descriptions. The 3 updates are the Budget Director, the Chief Financial Officer, and the Parental Liaison aides, as well as the new job description for the Migrant Identification, Recruitment, and Data Clerk position.
Any questions for Amy? No questions. Recommendation, please.
It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the employee job descriptions and evaluations forms as discussed.
For the recommendation from administration, I'll entertain a motion. Motion made by Mr. Galindo, seconded by Amy Haynes. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Item 14C, consideration to approve the updated 2025-2026 district compensation plans. Amy Childress.
Good evening once again. At this time on our compensation plan, we are looking at adding on page 420, it is on the paraprofessional pay plan under pay grade 3, the migrant identification, recruitment, and data clerk position that you just approved, as well as on page 424 under teacher stipends at the bottom. We are adding a Texas Reading Academy's assignment stipend. It is a maximum of $300. They have a fall project and a spring semester project, and the most they can receive is $300. It'll be $50 per assignment.
Just want to remind the board members that we do have all this information before us on a separate page. Questions for Amy? No questions. Recommendation, please.
It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the updated 2025-2026 district compensation plans as presented.
For the recommendation, is there a motion for approval? Mr. Overfeld, seconded by Amy Haynes. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Item 14D, consideration to approve submittal of application for impact aid. Amy Childress.
Good evening, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, members of the board. This is our annual filing of our Impact Aid application. Impact Aid is designed to assist local school districts that have lost property tax revenue due to the presence of tax-exempt federal property. And this is, again, our annual application for these funds.
Any questions for Amy? Amy, does that include the housing?
Yes, sir.
Section 8?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then any federal?
If they're living on federal property and their parents work on federal property, as well as living off of federal property and their parents work on federal property.
Any changes from previous years?
No. There is a new reporting, if you look at the reporting, so there is a minimum that we have to meet on the federal property, and we do not meet that, but we have never met that in the past years. But the reporting has streamlined a little bit, and so in years prior, we actually reported the number of students, but it was ignored. And this year, they told us just to report 0 because they don't look at it anyways. So that is, but as far as funding, it's not changing anything, just the
So do
reporting.
we coordinate with the housing authority and to know the number of units that
We do-
that they have?
We just report the number of students that are living in the
The
units.
students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? We're good? Do you want to read the recommendation, please?
Yes, sir. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the grant application under the Impact Aid, Section 7003, and for the superintendent to sign.
Read the recommendation. Is there a motion for approval? Motion made by Ms. Orfeld, seconded by Mr. Diol Maras. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Okay, the time is 7:46 p.m. We're going to go into closed session pursuant to Board Policy 551.074 and 551.071, and that's it. So we're now in closed session. Thank you, everyone. Okay, the time is 9:19 p.m. We're reconvening into open session. No action was taken in executive. So we're down to item 18A.
The consent agenda items that we tabled.
Okay. We're going to go back to the consent agenda, item G2 through G5. Those are the items that we tabled.
I'd like to make a motion to accept all tabled items.
Okay.
2 through 5.
There's a motion before us from Mr. Overfeld, seconded by Mr. Galindo, to approve all sections that we, again, tabled, section item 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have a motion and a second. All of you in favor? Okay, item is approved. All items that were tabled, G2, 3, 4, and 5, are approved. We go on to item, again, 18A. Which is consideration to approve personnel report to include the following: new hires, district vacancies, retirement, resignations. Amy Childress.
Good evening, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, and members of the board. It is the recommendation of administration that the Board of Trustees approve the resignations, retirements, and vacancies as discussed in closed session and the following new personnel.
Heard the recommendation from administration. Is there a motion for approval? Oh,
Yeah,
go ahead and
I'll
read
them.
them, sorry.
That's right. Melanie Rodriguez, fifth grade bilingual teacher at Dr. Fermin Calderon Elementary. David Lee Torres Jr., special education co-teacher at Del Rio Middle School. Patricia Ortiz, kindergarten teacher at Ceniza Hills Elementary School. Gilberto Martinez, physical education teacher at Dr. Lonnie Green Elementary School. And Ricardo Rios, middle school campus assistant band director.
Now that you've heard the names, I ask a motion for approval. Motion made by Mr. Galindo, seconded by Mrs. Webb. All of you in favor? Motion is approved.
Thank you.
Item 18B, consideration to approve the position of Comptroller Amy Childress.
It is the recommendation of administration that the Board of Trustees approve Alejandra Villarreal for comptroller at SPC administration.
Heard the recommendation. Is there a motion? Motion made by Amy Haynes, seconded by Mrs. Webb. All of you in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Item 18C, discussion possible action for salary adjustments. Amy Childress.
It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the salary adjustments as discussed in closed session.
Any questions for Amy? If not, I'll entertain a motion. Motion made by Mr. Overfeld, seconded by Mr. Almaraz. All of you in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
There being no other items on the agenda, is there a motion for adjournment? A motion made by Mr. Galindo, seconded by Amy Haynes. All those in favor? Unanimous vote. We are adjourned. Thank you and good night, everyone.
Thank you all.